Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a very somber but hopeful day on the plains of Colorado. This is the very last episode I will be filming of Doyle's Garage on this property. If you are new here, I am Doyle. This is my garage, and I hope to earn your subscription today. I love this property, you guys. This is my happy place. I was very scared to move out here 2 years ago because I was scared of open spaces. I was very of the incarcerated mindset. And this property opened my mind to a lot of things. And on the same token, when I moved out here, I had no self-confidence and I had no self-awareness of my abilities. I drove my Crown Victoria out here that I thought was badass, when all it was a stripped down car that ran on minimal things, and it made it somewhat kind of quick, but it wasn't fast. That's not a car build either. And I built the 460 Vic. As much as she helped, and I will not take that credit for her, I did the work. I had endless sleepless nights trying to figure out how to get those damn motor mounts to work, or trying to figure out a rear sump oil pan, because I'm used to big block Chevys, and big block Chevy rear sump oil pans and big block Ford rear sump oil pans are not the same thing. And I had to learn how to weld, and I had to learn how to wire, when Evan's been trying to teach me for years and I just never listened. And I've built other people's cars, and I've put smiles on other people's faces, and I am fucking proud of myself. I am capable. I'm a good fucking guy with a good heart that is understanding. And the way that I have been treated is unacceptable. I don't need to get into details because nobody cares. But for those of you that know the way that I am feeling right now, know that it is okay to leave. I am scared shitless right now. The road that I wanted to take home is not open, so that takes my comfort out there. I knew I wasn't going to get my truck registered, but I was hoping to get a title, and that didn't happen. So I'm driving my truck home without a title, and that scares the shit out of me. No title, no license, no registration, no insurance, and not on the road that I want to be on. It's gonna be fun. I was gonna send it and do it alone, and I bit my pride, and I asked for help. My dad is on his way here. He left the other side of the state, like 4 o'clock this morning, 4:30, and he's booking it. And he's gonna come follow me all the way home, and we're gonna spend the day together, and we're gonna have a good fucking time. And you guys are gonna see that too. But I figure we would take this chance to look over a few things that you guys may have not seen in any episodes, or I may have not talked about. And the main one that I'm struggling with right now, and I'm pacing back and forth in front of, is my blue heeler Milo. I moved out here, and I became a glorified house bitch, and I said I wanted a dog, but I didn't want a fucking puppy. I just wanted an old farm dog that somebody needed to fucking get out of an apartment or something. And this dude drove up from Colorado Springs, and he dumped a blue heeler on my porch. And this blue heeler was old and fat and blind and deaf. And he was just an absolute sweetheart. I fucking loved him to death. And I miss him dearly. And I have not spent enough time out here where I buried him. And I need to go do that. I put him down Christmas Eve, and I've only came out here twice. So I'm gonna go say goodbye to my dog, and then we will move on to whatever is next in this video. Alright then. I'm going to take Evan's advice, and I'm going to try and be okay with that whole situation. He says that Milo's gone. It's okay for me to be gone too. Oh. We will move on to the next thing. We came out here like 3 weeks before we moved out here, and there was a motor home here. In my entire childhood, my dad told me about pulling the big blocks out of a motor home and putting them in cars where they don't belong. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And I've wanted to do that in my entire life, and that comes back to the Vic. This RV is the RV that the motor that is in the Vic right now came out of. I struggle bust through trying to get this thing off of here. And another thing that kills me, you guys, is I don't want to leave the property like this. Like, I still need to clean this up, and I got a pile of trash in front of the garage, and no part of me is like, well, I want to be violent, I want to leave it. Like, no, I don't want to do that, but I don't have a choice but to leave, especially after yesterday. So, let me get back out front, and then we will go over other things. Like this. This is just unacceptable to me. And I'm not the kind of human being that wants to leave shit like that. When I have my hand forced, I don't know what to do. And I'm going to feel guilty about it. And that's just all about that. So, let's go into the garage and see what's left in there. I'm still doing the final walkthrough, but the compressor is gone. Probably gonna grab this piece of steel. I'm gonna grab that steel. I'm not gonna take that because this is getting left behind. This is free if anybody wants to come get it and let me know that they got it. I will give you a title to it. All of these benches are completely cleared out, completely swept underneath it. The anvil's staying, the desk is staying. Everything that was in the desk is staying. All of this is cleaned out. All of this is her journey stuff. I was going to put this on for her and get it all done for her tomorrow for her birthday, but she chose to be elsewhere and do other things and not be here. So that's that. Gotta grab this bag of black blasting sand. All 3 client cars owned by the same person are out here. They are safe. They're ready to go. They're packed up. They'll be leaving. I don't have a choice but not finish them. When she left last night with the company that she is choosing to keep, she left me her car. I guess so that she couldn't say that I was trapped. I don't know. Either way. Let's go over here and look at the Vic and pop the hood off of it real quick. So this thing is my absolute pride and joy and my purpose in life. And I know that's wrong. And I false idolize this thing, but it is what it is. I do not have the ability to move this today. And it's gonna have to stay here for 2 weeks until August 14th. And then my dad will be up here to get it. I may come with him, I may not. But this is how it's going to look. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to put the hood back on it. So if anything is missing or broken or damaged underneath the hood, this is the video for that. Alright, let me put the hood back on. Alright, put the hood back on. We can do a walk around. It's not perfect, and I don't really care. I just want to make sure that it doesn't get damaged, it doesn't get hurt, and everybody's aware of what it looked like when my dad and I left here. Okay, pretty much straight. Like, this is me, the hood separating. That kind of stuff is perfectly fine. These 22s hopefully will be leaving about 15 minutes before I do. And here in a second I will do the inside video. Alright, all of the doors are cut like this, so that's not a big deal. This is the full set of stock wheels for the Crown Vic. Again, doors cut. And then it's pretty much just simple. Not a whole lot to it. Like I said, I'm not really worried about them damaging it, but it is for my comfort that I have video. And I also have 2 different screenshots of conversations saying that my dad has permission to come get it. So this will be back, and as long as this gets home at some point, I will be good. Like I said, these are going before I leave, hopefully. If they don't, they will be put in here as well, like 2 and then 2 more. So that's how that'll be. Let me open the trunk. No battery, have to get another one of those. Fuel lines everywhere. Other than that, completely empty. A couple battery cables. Nothing really back here. So, tail light, good, good, good. And this one is good until right there. So, that'll be that. Last time you guys saw the Vic, it was idling and finally acting behaved, and now it's all tore apart. And the reason for that is because I needed my truck. I needed my truck for a daily, and then it turned out that I needed it for this ridiculous, obscene trip. So, I'm gonna pop the hood and I'll show you where all those parts went. Alright, so on the driver's side of the truck, front tank. I pulled this tank out and completely cleaned it and went through it. And then I drilled it with a bulkhead fitting right there. And I ran fuel line all the way through the truck. It comes out and away from the header. It comes up and over and down into the mechanical fuel pump. And it goes up and over into the carburetor. Same air cleaner, same distributor setup as the Vic. It's got the Super HEI setup in it, and it runs really good. We got it acting very well behaved. Because of that, I trust it, and my dad's coming with me, so if I need to get parts, we can just run and go get parts. But this is a 1986 3/4 ton 2-door long bed, and I have it squatted. Now you can kind of tell. So that's fun. My only concerns are inline fuel filters getting clogged, and down here on the shoulder of the tire, I got some cracks. I have a spare right there. I got a jack, all my tools. Literally the entire shop and everything I own, except for the Vic, is in the bed of this truck. So we're gonna move the entire shop in one shot. Um, this steering column is out of the S10. It's gonna go in the Vic to make it street legal because of turn signals and etc. etc. So that's that. Now on top of that, I have monster fish. And she has monster fish. What she does with her fish is going to be her problem. I got rid of the fish that I wasn't very attached to a couple weeks ago, and the same people that came and got them are here this morning, and they are going to take the fish that I am very attached to. Those are the only animals that I am seriously worried about, and I put effort into to make sure that they had good homes. So they are here now, and they are going to be loading up some fish. If they need some help, I will help them. But other than that, I'm going to go around and collect the few little odds and end things that we talked about, and I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. I think I got most of my stuff loaded. I'm going to do a final walk around. I don't know what's going to happen to this guy. Girl, to be specific. Her name is Dahlia, or Shitten. I bought it for Taylor, and she didn't end up wanting it, and then it was mine, and I didn't really end up wanting it, and then Evan absolutely fell in love with it, so I was keeping it until Evan got his own place so that he could come get it. It's not going to happen, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. The rats, I cannot take today if they are still here when the car comes back, or when I come back for the car. Then we will get them if she wants me to take them or if she wants to keep them, whatever. I posted all the birds, turkeys, roosters, fucking chickens, turkey, duck, geese, whatever. I posted those guys all on Facebook, and nobody decided to come get them, so I put effort into that. That didn't happen either. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers all the bases. Didn't take anything that wasn't mine. I'm just gonna leave in peace. This is a very toxic relationship, and I'm just gonna let her do whatever she wants to do. So I figure we will start the truck and see how she's doing this morning, make sure it runs, and then we will wait for my dad to get here. Got my Bible, my cigarettes, things in neutral. The ignition switch is going out, so it may not start on the key. Like that. Let's see, you go down here. Give it a little fuel. There she is. Got my speaker up there because I don't have a speaker down there. I'm not sure if this works. It works, but it sounds like shite. Just changing it over to heat make it work any better. It's quieter. Alright, we may have heat because it's supposed to rain today. Speedometer works. Fuel gauge doesn't work, we're gonna stop every 100 miles. Temp gauge does work, charging works, oil works. So, good there. Alright, y'all. Now to wait for Dad to get here. Y'all, my dad's been doing this whole moving, loading, strapping thing for at least my entire life. So he's going over the truck right now. About to hop in. I'm gonna slam this monster because I don't have a cup holder. I'm gonna get my music set up, and we're gonna go down to the gas station and get him fuel, and then we're gonna get 80 miles or so down the road, and we're gonna stop at a gas station, and I will check back in with you guys then. We will see what she is doing for gas mileage, and her gas mileage is going to set the pace. If she does
like 12 miles to the gallon at 65 mile an hour, I will do 75, no problem. But 65 is about what I expect. So we're gonna get out of here in a second, and I will catch up with you guys down the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, made it 100 miles in and had to stop because I lost the passenger windshield wiper blade. Got it back on there, we're good to go. I'm filling it full of fuel right now, and then I'm gonna do some math and see what kind of gas mileage we're getting. But other than an exhaust leak, I haven't had a single issue with this thing. So let me get this all taken care of. I'll get you guys updated, and we'll get back on the road. All right, Dad said the tires were low, so we filled them, filled it full of fuel, wrapped some wire around the windshield wipers because one of them tried to come off. We're gonna get going back down the road, catch up with you guys on the next stop. So, holy shit balls, all right? I am currently sitting in Silverthorne at Wendy's. My dad is not, and the reason that he is not is because he got rained out so bad that he couldn't see. I got rained out so bad that I couldn't see, but I couldn't find a decent place to pull over, so I just pushed through it, as scary as that was. And let me tell you, it was literally the most scary experience of my entire life so far. But we're here, man, and we're doing stuff. So as soon as he gets here, we're gonna fucking grab some lunch and relax for a minute and take a breath, and hopefully some of this weather passes and gets a little straighter. And then we're gonna take back off, and we're gonna get back at this again. That leaks like a mofo. Trust me, the top of my hoodie is like sopping wet. So that's fun. This is where we are. Talk to you guys in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, made it 100 miles in and had to stop because I lost the passenger windshield wiper blade. Got it back on there, we're good to go. I'm filling it full of fuel right now, and then I'm gonna do some math and see what kind of gas mileage we're getting. But other than an exhaust leak, I haven't had a single issue with this thing. So let me get this all taken care of. I'll get you guys updated, and we'll get back on the road. All right, Dad said the tires were low, so we filled them, filled it full of fuel, wrapped some wire around the windshield wipers because one of them tried to come off. We're gonna get going back down the road, catch up with you guys on the next stop. So, holy shit balls, all right? I am currently sitting in Silverthorne at Wendy's. My dad is not, and the reason that he is not is because he got rained out so bad that he couldn't see. I got rained out so bad that I couldn't see, but I couldn't find a decent place to pull over, so I just pushed through it, as scary as that was. And let me tell you, it was literally the most scary experience of my entire life so far. But we're here, man, and we're doing stuff. So as soon as he gets here, we're gonna fucking grab some lunch and relax for a minute and take a breath, and hopefully some of this weather passes and gets a little straighter. And then we're gonna take back off, and we're gonna get back at this again. That leaks like a mofo. Trust me, the top of my hoodie is like sopping wet. So that's fun. This is where we are. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, y'all. We stopped in Empire. I may or may not have filmed there. I don't know. We are in Craig now. And the fact that I haven't been sleeping or really eating this week is starting to catch up with me. It is now 6 hours on the road. We'll walk around for a minute, and then we will do fuel and see what kind of gas mileage this thing's getting right now. We went further than we have yet, so.
Hard
We
left.
got 9.25 miles to the gallon that time. Much better than what we've been getting. So hopefully the more we go down
left, because if you keep going straight, you'll go to bags.
it'll be good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women of all ages, however the fuck that goes, made one more stop. Stopped in Parachute, and I did not show that one because that was an extremely emotional moment for me, and I just took it for myself. Maybe we'll discuss why at some point, but that's okay. We are here. I'm figuring out what is going on, and then we will discuss more. My truck does 90. Dad wasn't very proud of it, but it did it. All right, I'm gonna get this truck put in the yard, and then we'll figure something out.
I gotta go pee real quick.
Okay. Dad's gotta go pee. So he decided that we're putting it in the backyard. So that's what we're doing. It is Out in the backyard. Give me a minute. We'll figure out total mileage that I just went, because I know it was an absolute metric shit ton. Yeah, I'll come out here and close the gate that you've never closed before and you don't know how to close. Thanks, Dad. I think that's it. Something like that. I don't know. Alright, let me do some math real quick. 430 miles. And it took us 9 hours to do it. So, that's an average speed of 47.77 mile an hour. Incredibly slow. I'm incredibly tired. I don't know what the plan is for the rest of the night, but I think this will be my last check-in with y'all, and then we'll see what's up tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I will check in with you guys later tonight. We'll just have to wait and find out. See you soon.